why do the problems seem more prevalent in Aurora than other parts of the metro area like Denver?
The reason why I think the focus is on us right now is that, we've had some buildings that were fairly run down in pretty much the northwest part of the city. It seems like the pattern is out of state, I'll use the term slumlords.
Okay, so we're going to talk about what happens when a government fails, when institutions collapse, when those with the responsibility of protecting the people, protecting the ordinary citizens, when they completely fail and refuse to do their jobs properly. People get desperate, and that's what we're going to talk about. Denver, Aurora, they're being invaded, flooded by migrants. Not really an invasion because it's a sanctuary city filled with Democrat voters, Democrat mayor, Democrat governor. So they've invited all of these illegal immigrants into their city, into the suburbs like Aurora, and now they're dealing with a massive crime problem that they're trying to downplay. Let's take a look at this clip here to get an update as to what's going on.
Grabbing the entire nation's attention. Fox 31, the first to obtain these videos of alleged gang activity at Aurora apartment complexes. Mayor Mike Kaufman telling Fox News gangs have pushed out property management through intimidation and are collecting rent.
And police in Denver also on high alert. We spoke to Mayor Mike Johnson about how the Mile High City is tackling these issues.
Now he says while there's no evidence of Denver apartments being taken over by Venezuelan gangs, he says they are providing a heavier police presence in areas that are a risk.
Yeah, I saw it and it's infuriating. It should never happen in this state. It should never happen in Denver.
That's Mayor Mike Johnston's reaction to the many videos that continue to make headlines about Venezuelan gang violence in the Denver metro area.
Obviously, that video was not taking place in Denver, and we are going to do everything we can to make sure it doesn't ever.
In a statement, Denver police appear to indicate the same, saying they take the presence of the TDA gang seriously. While DPD says they believe there are reasons members of the gang are tied to crimes in the area, the department says they are not aware of any apartments being taken over by the group within the metro area.
We're not tolerating that in Denver. We don't see any evidence of that in Denver.
I find it very hard to believe that has not gone into the city limits of Denver. Maybe they don't have enough intel yet to specifically say that they can tie that to the TDA gang.
James Albee, law enforcement procedural expert, says he believes city leaders are downplaying the seriousness of the problem.
I think they're trying to mitigate some of the fear and concerns that the community may end up having over this gang that I think is growing more and more every day.
He says the problem has already been identified, specifically in Aurora, and there should be more focus on how to address it.
There is a growing criminal element in Aurora that they can't deny. And I think, again, that's why they've got that task force involved in this, to try to gather intel and to kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together to figure out exactly what they're doing and try to get ahead of it.
So Mayor Johnston goes on to say he wants to make it clear, especially to the Venezuelan population, if you feel threatened or unsafe, to call 911 or 311. Now, he says it's important to note that they will never ask you about your citizenship as well as your status. He says that there is no risk if you reach out to police.
So people need a hero. We see the mayor's failing, still letting the illegal immigrants in, still spending taxpayer money because these sucker taxpayers voted for this, even though they don't want to admit it, but they voted for it. So the mayor's downplaying, oh, it's not really that big of a problem. Yeah, they're here, but they're not like the Bloods and the Crips. We're not seeing a lot of activity. And those videos that you've seen with the Venezuelan gang member taking over an apartment, breaking down doors and stuff, that's because of slumlords. Has nothing to do with illegal immigrants. It's just a slumlord issue, that's all. So the people need salvation. We're not going to see a whole lot of police activity, clearly, because the Denver leadership is not going to instruct the police to handle the situation the way they could. And they're not going to partner with ICE to get them Venezuelans the hell out of town. That'd be racist. So the people need salvation, and the salvation that they were hoping for was coming in the form of the Hell's Angels. So these people are desperate, man. These people are begging for someone to help. So last week, rumors were swirling online. The Hells Angels were heading to town. Now, the Hells Angels had a big event in Colorado, but it was in the Durango area, not in Aurora, not in Denver, several hours away. But we've seen all of these videos, and people were cheering. People were saying, we need to set up a GoFundMe. We need to send them money. Some people were saying, look, let's save our taxpayer and police resources, let the gangs handle it. But it turns out, to their misfortune, it turns out the rumors weren't true.
To give you some idea of just how off the rails this Aurora gang takeover narrative has gotten, the Hells Angels are now a voice of reason. That group is condemning the far-right rumors that they're coming into Aurora to fight the Venezuelan gang. And the Hells Angels are warning that false claims like that can get people hurt. When the Hells Angels say you need to de-escalate before things get out of control, might be time for some self-reflection, you know? Local chapter of the Hells Angels sent me a statement on the debunked online claims that they're coming to Aurora to confront the gang. They wrote, quote, social media rumors like this only serve to perpetuate a false and irresponsible narrative about the Hells Angels for the sole purpose of driving traffic and clicks. The Hells Angels, historically an unlikely messenger on social responsibility, went on to remind the social media influencers and media outlets who are driving the hype on this by saying, these rumors also have the potential of causing real harm to real people.
Now, you see this guy here, he's taking it hella personal, talking about right wing and all of that. It wasn't some right wing conspiracy talking about the Hells Angels were coming to Denver. This sounds exactly like what these idiots in Chicago were saying. After inviting illegal immigrants into their city and confronting Venezuelan gangs, the Chicagoans started saying it's Trump and Elon Musk and the Republicans. They're stirring rumors that the gangs are causing trouble and the local gangs in Chicago are about to fight the Venezuelan gangs. This is all Trump's fault. So the same thing here. Oh, it's a right-wing, alt-right conspiracy that Hells ain't. No, it wasn't an alt-right conspiracy. It wasn't a right-wing conspiracy. What happened is the Denver citizens, the Aurora citizens, are suffering, and they need somebody to come help them. So when they saw images of the Hells Angels heading to Durango, when they saw images of them on a highway and stuff like that, they were hoping, and they started talking about them coming to Colorado. That was the citizens of that area hoping for that. But this son of a bitch here in this news outlet, this left-wing news outlet, reading his script, oh, it's Trump's fault. It's all right. It's an outright rumor. No, this is a result. This is what happens when you have trash government refusing to protect the citizens. But like I said, it's not true. Let's take a look at a clip of one of the Hells Angels guys talking about it.
All right, man, just to clear the air, man, we're not going to Aurora. I don't even know where you guys got that. I was just telling a cool little road trip story, man, and you guys totally twisted that whole story around and made it seem like we were the ones going to Aurora. Lady pulled up, asked us if we were going, didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know what Aurora was until that lady pulled up, so shit's wild, man. You guys just totally flipped that whole thing into whatever the fuck y'all wanted it to be. But on the bright side, man, we're on the last leg of this trip, man, and lady in the motorcycle ministry stopped us this morning and gave us these coins, man. So you guys turn this story into whatever you want it to, because you guys do the rest of my shit anyhow. See ya.
Now, we're going to take a look at some comments of this section here because people are disappointed. We initially got all of this cheering and praising, and that's what we're going to look at. Let's take a look at some of these comments. So somebody's saying what's going on. Look, MAGA, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to donate if y'all really going to Colorado. Former military here. Blessings and prosperity to you all. God be with you all. Thank you for caring. We're talking about the Hells Angels. We're talking about the notorious Hells Angels gang. And these people are saying we need to send money. We got military veterans saying, I'm in your corner. Thank you for caring. Because what? The Denver mayor doesn't give a damn. The Denver governor doesn't give a damn. Because these same voters empowered these left-wing lunatics in charge of the Colorado area to not give a damn, to let in illegal immigrants, to drain resources and bring crime. Love the Hells Angels. Ride safely. Travel safe. True supporter. So this is before it was completely debunked. The rumors were still spreading. You got a lot of people saying safe travels, prayers, keep safe, respect, because these people are desperate for a hero. These people need somebody to come save them. Look at this, man. It just goes on and on. Godspeed. Some people still trying to figure out what's going on. Look, let's go. Because they need somebody to help them. If the feds are not going to do anything, if Border Patrol is just going to let them in, if ICE is not going to detain them and send them back across the border because of Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris trash policies, Joe Biden's trash policies, and if the Denver mayor and the Rhino mayor of Aurora, Colorado, if they're not going to do anything, if they're going to downplay it, no, it's just a slumlord issue. If they're going to downplay it, this is what happens. Just like in Chicago, people are giving praise and thanks to the Bloods and Crips and other local gangs in Chicago because they need somebody to save them. But like I said, this is a result of trash leadership. The Democrat leadership is so bad that the people are begging for gang member criminals to come save them. But then again, the Democrat Party itself might be a gang filled with criminals too, but that's a different story. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks for watching.